Unit number 1, Prose Edgar. Now you can able to see the picture. They have given here festivals. So this is Diwali, Pongal, and here you can see the Ramadan, Christmas, Holi, Puja, and this is Navaratri Puja. A festival is a gathering of people to celebrate something, and the festival may be religious festival. It is the oxygen of a society, and we can tell it is a life, brotherhood, and faith are dependent on how much we care about each other. Okay, why we need to celebrate festivals? Because it helps us to keep connected to our roots, our culture, our values, our origin, and to preserve it. It helps people come together and celebrate. So during festival time only, what we used to do, we used to gather in our family as well as the friends, relatives, etc. to celebrate the festivals in a very great manner. So all the children, I hope you like festival. So we will wear new dress during the Diwali festival, Pongal festival, Ramadan, Christmas, etc. So now we are going to see the prose about the Edgar. So now we will look at the author. About the author, Munish Premchand he is an Indian writer. He is famous for modern Hindustani literature, and then he is considered as the most celebrated writer of the subcontinent, and he is considered as a foremost Hindi writer. He is a novel writer. He shares short story, as well as he is called as a dramatist. He wrote more than 250 short stories and then several essays, and translated many foreign literary works also in Hindi. So such a kind of a great author he was. So we are going to see about Munish Premchand. What he have written means a prose Edgar. So in the prose, the very main characters are Hamid. He is the main character in the story. Amina, she is a grandmother for Hamid. She fully take care of Hamid because he don't have parents. Mahmoud, they are the friends of Hamid. Mohsin also is a friend of Hamid, and Noore, she is also a friend of Hamid. So these are the main characters. Once again repeating the characters' name: Hamid, Amina, she is a grandmother to Hamid, Mahmoud, Mohsin, and Noore. I hope you have understood the character. Now we go to the class. So you can look at the glossary before we can able to see the lesson. You just look out the glossary. Cholera, a waterborne disease. Dazzling, it's dazzling means extremely bright. Gaily, it is in bright color. Suburbs means outskirts. Countless means numberless. Excitement means thrilled. Impatient means anxious. Anxious means very worried. So now we can go to the section number 1. How wonderful and beautiful was the morning of Eid. The trees are looking very greener. The fields more feasty. The sky had a lovely pink glow. Okay, now we can see the unit number 1, section number 1. How wonderful means the entire place is looking very good because it is a morning time. The festival called as Edgar. Edgar means it is nothing. It is a festival of breaking the fast, is celebrated by Muslims worldwide as the conclusion of the 29 or 30 days of dawn to sunset fasting during the entire month of Ramadan. How wonderful and beautiful was the morning of it. So the entire place is looking very gorgeous because of the festival Edgar. The trees are looking very greener. The fields are more festive. The sky has a lovely pink color gloom. It is shown. The sun seemed brighter and more dazzling than before to wish the world as very happy it. So the sun seems very brighter. Why it is brighter? Because I think it is a festival. So the sun's also seeming very brighter and more dazzling. Dazzling means it's extremely bright. So the village was fully filled with excitement. Why the people want to go for Edgar? Everyone, even we are the children, as well as whoever it may be elder, we like to celebrate the festival. So what if the festival, for example, if suppose tomorrow is a Diwali, what we will do? From the night itself we will feel something excitement in our mind, and then we used to wear new dresses, and then we will share our enjoyment with one another, and we will share the sweets to some other houses, nearby houses also. So here also in this lesson everyone was early up to go to the Edgar. The boys were more excited than others, especially the little boys. They were more excited than the others. The elder are doing their works, but the boys are having a lot of money to spend in the fair. They had been talking about in all the time. They are waiting for the day, so they are always talking about the exciting moments to celebrate in the fair. Finally the day had come. Now they were impatient. They cannot able to tolerate, so they want to excitedly waiting for the Edgar. They want to enjoy in the fair. Mohsin had 15 coins. So Mohsin having 15 coins, with this money he would buy countless things, a number of things he can able to buy. It may be a toys, or it may be a sweets, or it may be a paper pipes, rubber balls, and much more. The happiest of the boys were Hamid. He was only a poor, as well as he is a 14, and he is wearing only a poorly dressed, because he don't have his father. His father had died of cholera, then his mother also died. From then Hamid lived with his old granny Amina. So Amina only always used to take care of the Hamid, because his father also died, his mother also died. So only the caretaker is old granny Amina. She told that his father had gone to earn money. Always she used to tell his Hamid his father had gone to earn money and his mother had gone to Allah, because to get a lovely gifts for Hamid. This made always Hamid very happy. He is having some hope. Definitely his parents would come back, and then they will spend the time with Hamid. So he will feel always happy, because definitely one day his parents are going to come with the lovely gifts, especially his mother. Hamid's granny Amina was sad, because it is a day Edgar and she don't have even a handful of grains. She don't have a handful of grains. Suppose if the son is alive, definitely it would have been a different kind of Eid. So Amina was very sad. Hamid lived with the other boys. They reached the suburbs of the town. On the other side, the road was very big houses that was very rich. Especially in the gardens, the mango, the lychee trees were full of fruits. It seems very beautiful. It is a wonderful occasion for them to spend there. Then they came across the stores of the sweet vendors. Then they are moving to the stores. It is especially for the sweet. There are people all over, especially the children, they like to eat the sweets, so they are crossing the stores of the sweet vendor, all decorated so gaily. The entire place is looking very awesome, so the people are feeling very happy, especially the boys are very happy and they are feeling very excited to celebrate the Edgar. So up to now we have seen the section number 1, how the boys are feeling very exciting, as well as how they are going to spend in the fair, what are the things they are going to buy in the fair. Now we are going to see that is in section number 2. So you can able to see the picture here. They are the boys, they are having a different kind of toys in their hand, and here the boy, he is called as Hamid. Now what he is conversing to the, he is a shopkeeper. Here this is called as a pair of tongues. So what he is conversing to the shopkeeper, why he want to stand here, why he is arguing with the shopkeeper, let's we deal in the section number 2. Other boys you can able to see in the picture, all of them having a kind of toys. This is a water carrier in their hand. So what they are going to do, this we can deal in the section number 2. So the glossary you can see, gapped means start, smack your lips, open and close lips noisily to show your enjoyment, released enjoyed or took smashed pleasure in the taste. Smashed means broke, released means enjoy or took pleasure in the taste. Looked at them hungrily, looked very longingly. Perfume means scent, wanted means climbed, expensive means costly. Once again we will see the glossary. Gasped means start, smack your lips, open and close lips noisily to show enjoyment. Released means enjoyed or took pleasure in the taste. Smashed means broke, looked at them hungrily, looked longingly. Perfume, scent, wandered, climbed, expensive, costly. Soon what happened, the roads behind to get crowded, so all the entire road become very crowded because of the Edgar. Some they are coming in motorbikes, motor cars, all wearing perfume, all bursting with very enjoyment. The children were calm and contented lad. They are having a lot of surprise to enjoy in the fair. So they were very calm as well as contented lad. For village children, everything in the town was wonderful. Whatever caught their eyes, definitely they used to stood there and gasped. Gas means they are having a long breath at it and with wonder, because they are seeing a lot of experience they are watching at the first time, so they are feeling very exciting. At last the Edgar came into view. Now what happened, the Edgar came into the view. They were row upon row of worshippers as far as they could see. Definitely after the Edgar festival means the people all together they used to come and worship in the mass. After the prayer was over, every man embraced each other. There were the merry-go-round with wooden elephants, horses and camels. So the people, Mahmud, Mohsin, Nure and other boys are enjoying by using the horses and camels. Wandered means climbing on the horses and camels. Hamid just he is watching from the distance because he don't have a amount, though their parents are died. He just having only a 3 paise to spend in the fair, so he just watching what all the children are doing and he is just enjoying alone, but he can't able to spend in the fair, he can't able to move in mountain the horses and camels, so he simply watches what the other children are doing. Hamid watched them from a distance. All he had only 3 paise. Mahmud bought a policeman in khaki dress with a red colored turban on his head and a gun on his shoulder. Mohsin bought a water carrier while Nure got a lawyer. So all of them, Mahmud got a policeman and then Mohsin bought a water carrier, Nure got a lawyer. All of them got a toys in their hand, but only who is left? Only Hamid is left because he don't have amount, only he had 3 paise. By using the 3 paise, what he is going to do, that we can see here. Those toys cost 2 paise each, so Hamid had only how much? Only 3 paise. So he can't able to buy the expensive toys. Expensive means more costly toys. So he looked at them very hungrily, very longingly, and wished he could not hold them in his hand for just a moment. So such a pathetic condition who is having? Hamid is having, because he can't able to hold that kind of toys in their hands for a single moment. So he is feeling very sad, and then even though he is having a lot of sad things in his mind, he is showing his a happy mind and then happy smile to everyone who is nearby him. After the toys, it was the sweets. So after they are purchasing the toys, they are moving to the sweet shop. Someone bought sesame seed candy, other globe jamuns or halwas. So they are eating the sweets as well as the candy items, etc. They smashed their lips with relish. Only Hamid was left alone. He is just watching what the people are doing, but he cannot able to enjoy because he don't have a lot of amount. This is the biggest problem for him, but he never mind about that. So you can able to see in this picture, it is not a person name, it is some kind of toys they got from the Mahmoud, Mohsin and Nuri and other boys, they got the toys from the fair. Soldier, washerwoman, holy man, and here you can able to see the water carrier, policeman and the king. These are the toys that other boys except Hamid they purchased from the fair. I hope you have understood the picture very clearly. Next we can go to the other section. Now this is section number 3. This picture you can able to understand very carefully. You just see, this is called Amina and he is a Hamid. He is having a pair of tongues in his hand. Why he purchased the pair of tongues, that we are going to see very clearly in section number 3. So this is the relationship and this is the love care between the Amina and the little boy Hamid. So before that we can see the glossary. Tongues means a tool used to hold hard things. Precious means valuable. Wretched means unhappy. Worried means sad. Tongues, tool used to hold hard things. Once again they have given. Wretched, unhappy. Stupid means senseless. Selflessness means caring for others than themselves. Without any selfishness, they are caring for others also. Next, up to now we have seen what and all they have spent in the fair, what and all they have ate in the sweet shop. Next to the sweet shop, now the children they were moving to the hardware stores and jewelry shop. In the beginning of the lesson we have seen they are very excited to move to the fair, and then what and all they are going to spend because of the Edgar festival. The people also were very happy, and the children they are spending their time in the fair. First they are moving to the toy shop and then they are moving to the sweet shop. Now they are moving to the, not all the children, only a few children they are moving to the hardware stores and jewelry shops. The boys were not interested in anything there, so they walked ahead except Hamid. Hamid alone, the person, he stood near the hardware store and the jewelry shop. Other children they were enjoying in the fair by getting something to eat, and then they are spending a lot of amount by getting the toys and some other things. But Hamid alone stood near the shop called hardware store and jewelry shop. It occurred to Hamid that his granny did not have pair of tongues. Why he want to stood? You just think once again, because we know very well from the beginning of the lesson, and then in between I have told you that he don't have parents. Only who is a take care? Take care means take care in the sense only the granny Amina. So she's feeling a lot about their parents, as well as she's taking care of Hamid in a good way. So what Hamid thought in the mind means he want to do something to granny Amina. So what he is going to do, you just see in this stanza. So Hamid bought a pair of tongues each time. Why? The reason is because each time she is cooking the chapatis, the iron pad burst her hand, so her entire hand is fully filled with the wounds, so he cannot able to tolerate what Amina is suffering. If he bought a pair of tongues, definitely it will be very happy, and then it will be very helpful for the Amina. She would never again burn her fingers. So this is the idea got by the Hamid. Definitely she won't get any wound again in her hand, and then she never burn also. So what he decided to spend the 3 paise by buying the pair of tongues. It would be really useful thing to have in the house. So what he is thinking, definitely if he purchase means she will feel very happy and then very useful. So what his plan means, he is going to buy a pair of tongues for granny Amina. So Hamid stopped to look at a pile of tongues at the hardware shop and asked the shopkeeper how much for this pair of tongues. So he is inquiring to the shopkeeper how much the pair of tongues. The shopkeeper looked at him and replied, "It's not for you. Why are you coming here and purchasing?" He is shouting to the Hamid, "It is not for sale. Why should it not for sale? He is asking why you are not keeping this for sale. It will cost you 6 paise. Only Hamid, we know very well, only Hamid is having only 3 paise in hand. So the shopkeeper is telling it will be cost you 6 paise. Hamid heart sank. So he feel very sad. So tell me the correct price, he said. Hamid is asking to the shopkeeper, tell me the right rate, I want to buy it. Alright, it will be 5 paise. So the shopkeeper is telling, alright, it will be 5 paise. So he just reduced from 6 paise to 5 paise. Take it or leave it. So he is telling that if you want, you just get the pair of tongues for 5 paise, or you just leave the place. Don't waste your time. Like that, who is scolding? The shopkeeper is scolding the Hamid. Hamid is feeling very sad. Why the shopkeeper is telling like that? Because he don't know, he is a poor boy and he don't have their parent. Hamid said, will you give it to me for 3 paise? So again and again he is not moving from the place. Again and again he is just inquiry about the prices. Will you give it for 3 paise? Then he walked away, afraid the shopkeeper would scream at him, but the shopkeeper did not scream. On the contrary, he called Hamid back. Again, what happened? Something, the shopkeeper mind get changed. So the shopkeeper is calling the Hamid back and gave him a pair of tongues. So Hamid carried in his shoulder. It is looking like a gun. It shows like a gun. So the entire friends are laughing. In that, Mohsin is asking, are you crazy? Why are you buying these kinds of toys? This is not kind of a toys or some other thing. Why are you buying this kind of weapons? So who is as laughing means Mohsin is laughing to the Hamid. So now all the children are teasing Hamid. Now they are asking, what will you do with the tongues? Hamid flung the tongues on the ground and replied, try and throw your water carrier on the ground, it will definitely break. If you are throwing, so he is just asking in a funny manner, if you throw your toys, definitely it will break, but my toys, he is describing his toys as a tongues, not this is a toys, this is a tongues. He is telling, if I throw the tongues, definitely it won't get broke, but if you throw the toys, definitely it will be broke. Mahmoud said, are these tongues some kind of toys? Why not? Replied by who? Hamid. Place them across your shoulders and it is a gun. Carry them in your hands and it is like a musical instrument carried by singing monks. You can able to see my tongues are like a tiger among toys. So if you place them across your shoulders and it is looking like a gun, sometimes it can be looking like a musical instrument. And then he is describing his tongues, it is a tiger among all other toys. So he is feeling very proud to get the pair of tongues. Hamid also very happily he is returning to his home. As soon as he heard his voice, Granny Amina ran out of his house, picked him up and kissed him. So because she didn't see Hamid from the morning till evening, so she is feeling very happy. After the arrival of the Hamid, she is feeling happy and then she picked him up and kissed him. Suddenly she noticed the tongues in his hand. Where did you find these tongues? So she is asking in a loud voice, where did you find these tongues? So Hamid is replying that I bought them. How much did you pay for them? 3 paise. So Hamid is describing, I purchased this for 3 paise. Amina is scolding the Hamid, you are a stupid child. You can able to see this line is very important. You are a stupid child. It is almost noon and you have not had anything to drink or eat. So Hamid replied in a very injured manner, in a very low voice, in a pathetic voice. You are always burning your finger whenever you are preparing the chapatis. You are burning your finger with the iron pan. So only I have purchased this pair of tongues. Granny Amina was deeply moved by Hamid's selfishness. She started crying and then she just hugged and then she is feeling very proud because of the grandson Hamid. because he didn't spend this 3 paise in by eating the sweets, and then he didn't purchase any toys or nothing. He didn't mount on the camels or horses. Just to see, he just spent the 3 paise by getting the pair of tongues. So Amina felt very proud to get a grandson like Hamid. For the wretched woman, the pair of tongues was a precious means valuable as sacks of silver. So even though he got a gold or a silver or a diamond, whatever it may be, the pair of tongues is very precious for the lady called Amina. So this is the lesson we have seen in the unit number 1, prose. I hope you have understood about the Hamid selfishness. He is a very great boy, and then he is selfishness boy. Granny Amina only take care of Hamid because his parents is not alive. So it is the love and affection between the grandson and the grandmother. I can able to see the fill in the blanks. It is a book back exercise. Can go through. Hamid thought that his grandma would be pleased if he bought a pair of tongues. The underlined in a sentence, that is a pair of tongues. This is the answer. Hamid's heart sank because the price of tongues was too high for him. My tongues are like a tiger among toys. It means Hamid valued his toys. Hamid granny scolded him for buying iron tongues. Then she understood that Hamid had bought it out of love and concern. Rearrange the jumbled words they have given here. You can see the order. This is number 1, and this is 2, and then this is 3. Here 4, and then this is 5, and then this is 6. They have given in a jumbled sentence, and then you can rearrange them in a correct order. So now we are going to look the grammar part, prefix and suffix. Prefix means what and suffix means what? First we can see. A prefix is a group of letters that added to the beginning of the word. Prefix means what? It is a group of a letter that added to the beginning of the word. Suffix means what? Suffix is an affix that's added to the end of the word. So suffix means what? It is an affix that added to the end of the word. So now you can see the book back exercise, prefix and suffix. Here the question they have given, child. Just try to answer here. Child. So the child, it is, they have given here what? Prefix means I told you before only, you have to mark here. Suppose child before one dash is there, it is called as a prefix. This is called as suffix. The word attached to the after the root word, this is called as suffix. So childhood. And then here what will come? This is called as suffix. A root word after we are affixing a word, that is called as suffix. A root word before you are attaching, that is called as prefix. So here childhood. Try to answer here. Childhood. After known. Relationship. Unhappy. Dangerous. Wonderful. Countless. Impatient. Excitement. And this is perfection. Can able to see the answer for prefix and suffix. Childhood, afternoon, relationship, unhappy, dangerous, wonderful, countless, impatient, excitement, perfection. So I hope that you have understood what is meant by prefix and what is meant by suffix. Prefix means before the root word. You can another time I will inform you, before the root word, this is called as root word. The red color letter is answer, and this black color they have given here, it is a question for you. So first you can see here, first you can see here childhood means number 1 it is a child they have given here, and next to that you are having hood. So child is a root word. After that hood is affixing, that is called as suffix. Next one you can see after. So there is no root word at the beginning, at the end only you are having the root word, the noun. So before that you are having one dash, so you are filling here afternoon. This is called as what? Prefix. So relation is a root word, so we are fixing here what? Ship. So this is called as what? Suffix. Unhappy. Happy is a root word for you. Before that you don't have anything, so un, it is called as what? Prefix. Danger, the word root word is what? Danger. As ous is, it is called as what? Dangerous. So it is a suffix for you. Wonderful. Wonder is a root word. Ful. Ful, it is what? It is a suffix. Yes. Count. Count, it is a root word they have given here, so at the end you are going to fix, that is called as what? Suffix. So impatient, if this is the root word for you, im is a prefix for you, you are fixing here, that is called as what? Prefix. Excitement, here excite is a root word, and then meant is a answer for you, so it is called as what? Suffix. Perfection. Perfect means what? Perfect, it is a root word they have given here, so after that you are affixing one word, that is called as what? Perfection, that is called suffix. I hope you have understood the grammar, prefix and suffix, what is by prefix and what is meant by suffix. Thank you children. I hope that you have understood the unit number 1 prose and the grammar part. Thank you.